It's the Anderson County Bearcats versus the Walton Verona Bearcats here on Anderson County Sports TV.
Today's game is brought to you by Jackie Nickel, Realtor with Century 21 Commonwealth Real Estate. Get your nickel's worth. Call Jackie Nickel. Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. And by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. That's Anderson Apothecary.
The Anderson Bearcats take on the Walton Verona Bearcats this afternoon. Anderson's won 10 in a row. The last two wins versus 7th Region, fourth team Ballard, and last night's win against Woodford County, who's in the top 10 in the 11th region. The Cats are led in scoring by Jacqueline Rubel and Lauren Boblet, averaging 15 and 11 points respectively, and are hoping to have Taylor Harley back tonight, who has seen limited action since spraining an ankle. This is a big regional game. These are the two teams with the best records in the 8th region. Walton Verona is coached by Mark Klinkenberg and is 20-7. They're led in scoring by Brooke Perry and rebounding by Emma Strunk. Rachel Lenkamp is just returning after an ACL injury. Walton Verona played in the East Jessamine tourney that Anderson won. They have played two common opponents in Spencer County and Collins, which they both beat by close to the same margins. Coach Klinkenberg was very optimistic about the game, getting Lenkamp back tonight, and we expect a good game by two teams that might see each other again in the regional final. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the game.
Century 21 is not an app. It's not a website. It's a team of actual humans, the best in the world at finding homes, selling homes, and making you feel at home. If you're not satisfied, we don't sleep. With all 4 J.D. Power Awards for customer satisfaction 3 years in a row. How many satisfaction awards do you have, Internet? We've got technology, but more importantly, we've got your back. Century 21.
Got a house to sell? Get your nickel's worth. Call Jackie Nickel at Century 21.
Okay, they just announced the starting lineups for Walton Verona. Number 2, Neely. Number 13, Perry. Number 15, Poor. Number 20, Strunk. Number 33, Lenkamp. For the Bearcats, 0-0, Chesser. 5, Boblet. 12, Rubel. 24, Riley. And 25, Harley. Walton Verona is not a very big team, but they have some good shooters on the team. There's the tap. Boblet gets it. It's to Rubel. Rubel to Boblet. It's over in the corner, and Harley makes the three-pointer. And I've been surprised already. All the other Walton Verona teams have played a 2-3 zone, and Walton Verona came out in a man-to-man. Anderson's playing a trapping zone. It's out front. It's to Perry. It's over to Poor. Back over to Poor. Out top to Neely, who is probably their best three-point shooter. To Strunk. They've got Lemke in the middle. Walton Verona is not a very big team. There's Neely taking it into the middle. Rubel's after her. Back to Neely on the baseline to Lemke. And there's a three that is short by Neely. And Boblet comes off the rebound. Rubel takes the ball, takes it to the middle, and there's no call. And it's the Bearcats' ball, and that'll take care of both teams today. They're both Bearcats. Neely brings it down. Anderson looks like they're playing a playing a 3-2 zone. It's over to the side to Lemkamp, out top to Perry, to Neely. A lot of coaching going on from the sidelines. It's out to Neely, to Perry, back to Neely. Neely takes it inside. There's a three from the corner that's long, and Harley scraps for it, doesn't get it. There's Neely again with the ball, gets it knocked away, and Anderson has it. It's over to Rubel. Walton Verona is in man-to-man. It's to Boblet, out high, to Rubel. Lines up a three, and it's good. At a timeout by Walton Verona, 6-0 Bearcats, 5:30 to go in the first quarter.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Okay, Walton Verona puts it in from the end line. Anderson's in a 1-2-2 zone press. It's into Poor, back to Neely. Anderson has a trap. It's to Neely, and a good deflection by Rubel. And it's Anderson's ball. That was a good deflection by Rubel. And no, okay. Now we're going to change it. Walton Verona is going to put the ball in. It's into Neely. Anderson has Riley out on top, who's about 6 feet tall, to kind of maybe slow that outside shooting by Walton Verona out. It's to the corner, and we've got a foul. I think Riley ran over a screen. That's on Boblet. Anderson's looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. It's into the middle to Lemkamp, and no, that was Perry who misses the shot. Foul is on Chesser. Two shots for Perry. Rims the first one out. We've got Smith in for Chesser. Sophie played a whole lot in the JV game. Perry is long on the second. It's a long kicker, and Poor gets the ball. It's back out to Neely. So it's to the side, and that's a miss by Strunk. Once again, Walton Verona gets the rebound. Neely takes it to the middle, back to Lemkamp. There's another long three. It's missed again. This time it's Smith that gets the rebound and brings it down. That's Smith and Rubel at the guards. Rubel has it out high. And Rubel misses, gets her own rebound, and there's a foul. I'm going to watch next time down, but it looks to me like Walton Verona's playing a 1-3 zone and a chaser on Rubel. Rubel makes the first. And misses the second. 7-0 Bearcats, 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Anderson in a 2-2-1 press, and it's thrown away. Rubel gets it, and we've got Satterley in now, who played all the JV game. So Anderson's going with three guards, Boblet and Mason. It's into Rubel, and it's knocked away by Poor. Boblet has it. She has it out top. Shoots about a 10-footer and short. Walton Verona brings it down to hurry, and that's a foul on Rubel. Anderson's in a 2-3 zone this time. It's in the middle, out to the side to Strunk, to Perry, back out top to Neely, into the middle to Lemke. There's a nice cut underneath the basket, and there's a foul that's on Riley. Seven nothing Bearcats. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And we've got Chesser in for Boblet. And Perry misses them both. Satterley gets the rebound, gives it to Rubel. No, they are playing man to man. I'll try to get a pass in, and there's a foul on Smith. They were letting them beat and bang in the JV in the freshman game, and here it looks like there's a lot of touches. Anderson's already picked up 5 fouls, and it's 3:18 to go in the first quarter. Anderson's in the zone. Satterley and Rubel out on top. It's to Neely out high. They've got Gutman in, 31. It's back out to Neely, to Gutman. To the corner, back to the middle, and it's thrown away. There's a nice pass by Rubel to Riley. Neely has it out on top to Gutman. She was a starter while Lemke was out. Ball's over to the side to Gutman, to Neely. Back to Poor. Into the middle, over to Lemke. Over to Poor. It's to Neely. It's over on the side to Neely. She's got it out top. It's over to Poor. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. There's a nice pass under there to Lemke, who bothered a little bit by Chesser. And we've got Boblet in for Riley. There's the pass. Pass into Michael. Neely's got it out on top. Over to Michael. Into Gutman. Neely makes a move. It's to Michaels. Dribbles through the lane. To Lemke. Out to Michael. Cross court pass to Poor. To Neely. Down on the baseline to Michael, and they called a foul on Smith. And the rest of the first half, Walton Verona is going to be in the bonus. There's the pass out top to Poor. It's over to Neely. Over to Poor, to Neely again, to Lemke. Anderson's trying to trap. Back out top. It's to Poor, to Neely. It's out top to Neely with 46 seconds to go. Over to Lemke, to Neely, to Lemke. It's in the corner, and that was Michael. That's Walton Verona's first score. There's a press by Walton Verona. It's to Rubel, who's short. Rebounds by Neely. She pushes it down the floor. It's top to Michael, to Neely. 8 seconds to go. Back out top to Neely. She takes it to the basket and lays it in. And that's the end of the first quarter. Anderson 9, Walton Verona 5.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay, Walton Verona gets the ball, start the second quarter, trailing 9-5. It's into Neely. Anderson has Riley back in on the top of that zone. It's to the corner, and there's a missed three, and it's off Chesser. That was Poor that took the shot from the corner. Neely to put the ball in, run a little cross. It's to the corner. Anderson had a chance to trap. It's to Neely in the middle. And Anderson gets the ball. That's Riley, and Riley gets it knocked away. Oh, I think they might have missed that one. I think they might have missed that one. Walton Verona gets the ball in against Anderson's 3-2 zone. It's to Neely, to Harden. Rubel's looking for the pass across, and there's a long miss by Michael. Rubel brings the ball down for Anderson. Walton Verona's in a man-to-man. It's to Riley, out to Harley, to Boblet. Rubel has it out high. It's into Boblet, who misses it, gets her own rebound, misses it. Chesser has it, misses it, and I think that's Anderson's ball. Chesser and Boblet were playing volleyball with it underneath there. It's in the corner to Riley, back to Rubel. Rubel makes a move, kicks it out to Harley, and she rims out a three. Rebound by Boblet. Goes back up with it and lays it in. There's Neely over to Poor, back to the middle. It's over to the far side. They get it back to Neely out at the top. Anderson's again in that 3-2 zone with Riley on the top. Neely to Harden. Back to Neely. Over to the corner to Perry. She takes it to the middle. There was a nice pass there to Michael, who lays it in. 11-7 Bearcats. Anderson Bearcats. Rubel has it out on top. It's to Boblet. To Riley, who loses the ball out of bounds. Got Smith in for Anderson. Harden takes it behind the back, takes it to the half line. Anderson has her trapped. She gets it to the middle. It's blocked by Boblet. Boblet brings it down the court, pulls it up, goes to Smith. Smith makes a move. She misses it, and rebound's taken off by Perry. Perry brings it down, and it's rebounded and blocked. That was Boblet on the block. And there's a block by Harden. Hey, they didn't call much those first two games. They're not calling a whole lot here. Two shots for Rubel. No, they didn't say it wasn't on the shot. Okay. It's into Boblet, who misses a layup. Walton Verona brings it up in a hurry. That's Perry. It's to the corner, out top. There's a three that's missed, and it's all over the top of the backboard. Now Rubel to Smith. Rubel brings it over the line to Boblet. It's over to the corner to Smith, who long on a three. Michael brings it up. Waits for Perry. To the corner. Back out top. There's a there was a good pair of hands there. Oh. I'm not quite sure about that call either. That was right in front of us. Got Smith in for Rubel. Poor in for Michael. And let's see, we've got Lemkamp in for Harden. It's into Satterley. To Smith. Had Riley cutting through. Out to Boblet, to Riley. There's a cutter. There's Chesser. Wide open 15-footer that rims out. Walton Verona brings it down. Lemke has it out high. It's over to Strunk. To Hicks. That's Poor. Over to Anderson intercepts. Smith brings it down and misses a jump shot. Back out to Chesser. Smith again. This is good. Anderson's a 1-2-2 zone press. Have Riley out on top. Good deflection by Riley. We've got Harley and Rubel back in. Got Lemke putting it into Neely. 2:50 to go in the half, 14-7 Bearcats. It's over to the side. Bounced back out to Neely. To Poor. Over to the side to Strunk. Back out to Neely. Harley's chasing out on top and gets the deflection. Harley brings it down. And there's a charge on Harley. Anderson's a 2-2-1 press now. It's over to the side. Neely brings it up against Anderson's 2-3 zone. They're 1-4 flat. Lemke breaks out to the top, sets a pick for her. There's a long shot that's a little long by Perry, and Anderson's just not getting any rebounds. And well, you got Perry at the line. Shooting 1-1. And it's right in the bottom. And second one's missed. Smith comes off with it. Smith brings it up. Smith takes it to the basket, over to Harley, to Rubel, back to Smith. It's good. Anderson's in the 2-2-1 press. It's over to Neely, who brings it up. Anderson drops back into the 2-3 zone. It's over to the side, into the middle. Back out to Neely, takes it to the side. It's the corner, it's missed. There's a jump ball. Boy, I tell you what, there's all kinds of people all over the floor. I don't know if I've mentioned or not, Maya Mason's not available to the Bearcats tonight. She had a concussion in the Woodford County game last night that Anderson won. Now there's the 2-2-1 press that I saw the first two games that Walton Verona used. It's over to Riley, back out top to Rubel. Rubel takes it to the basket, misses. And that's going to be a foul on Perry. But that's just the fourth team foul on Walton Verona, but Boblett's going to get to shoot two. First one's good. Anderson's ahead 18-8. And the second's good. 19-8 Anderson, 56 seconds to go in the first half. It's over to Perry, to Neely, back to Perry, to Neely. Over to the side to Perry, to Neely, to the corner, to Lemke, back in to Perry, who shoots a three, and it's good. 35 seconds to go, 2-2-1 zone press, and that's the same thing. I saw a lot of that in the first two games too. Throwing to the middle, and there's a foul on Satterley. Trying to throw to that middle, and there's two people right on that, on the man in the middle. Perry makes the first. And the second. 19-13. Anderson's had an 11-point lead cut down to 6 in about 20 seconds. It's over to Smith. Oh, boy, the referees missed a walk. It's under to Boblet, who makes the basket. Boy, I tell you what, she walked. We had a mile walk there. It's to Perry, to Neely, back to Perry, back to Neely, who takes it to the middle and hits the underside of the rim. And that's the end of the first half. Anderson 21, Walton Verona 13.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Century 21 is not an app. It's not a website. It's a team of actual humans. The best in the world at finding homes, selling homes, and making you feel at home. If you're not satisfied, we don't sleep. With all 4 J.D. Power Awards for customer satisfaction 3 years in a row. How many satisfaction awards do you have, Internet? We've got technology, but more importantly, we've got your back. Century 21.
Got a house to sell? Get your nickel's worth. Call Jackie Nickel at Century 21. Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, start of the second half. Anderson 21, Walton Verona 13. Anderson's in that 3-2 zone. It's down to Lemke on the baseline, back out top. Out to Poor. To Neely. Back to Poor. To Perry. Walton Verona's kind of changed their alignment instead of having Neely out on top. There's a good play by Chesser. They've got Poor out on top. Rubel brings it in to Harley. So over to Riley, to Harley, to Boblet, who lays it in. Anderson's in a 1-2-2 zone press. Riley out on top. It's over here to Perry, out top to Neely, to Poor, back to Neely. To Neely. Lenkamp, and it's knocked out by Rubel. It's to backcourt to Perry. Over to the side to Poor. Into the middle to Lemke. Anderson has her double teamed. She tries to bang it off Boblett's leg, and Boblett picks it up. Rubel brings it down, takes it behind her back. Goes to the corner to Riley, who misses a three. Rubel gets the rebound and lays it in. (25-13) Bearcats. It's to the middle to Neely, to Perry. Neely dribbles it around out on top. It's to the corner to Poor. Underneath to Strunk, back out to Neely. Into Lemke, and it's blocked by Boblett. And that's a good hustle play by Harley. Rubel brings it into Harley, back to Rubel. Walton Verona's picking up at the half line. It's into Boblett, to Harley, to Riley, back to Harley, takes it down the baseline, takes it, and misses it, and the foul's on Harley. Neely, who is one of their best three-point shooters, she can't even get a shot off for Walton Verona. .5:30 to go in the third quarter, 25-13 Bearcats. It's to Perry, back across, back to Perry. To Michael. Michael throws it into the middle. And there's a foul on Chesser. I think so. That's her third. It's going to be 2 shots. There's the first one by Landcamp. Got Smith for Chesser. And Landcamp makes the second one. There's the 2-2-1 press to Harley, back to Rubel or Smith. And it's batted away. Rubel gets it, and then she throws it away. Walton Verona has a 2-on-none break and lays it in. 25-17. It's down to the corner. It's thrown away again. And there's a jump ball. Anderson will keep the ball. Anderson gets in a hurry against this press and has a tendency to throw it away looking for the easy basket. It's over to Rubel. Rubel takes it in, kicks it back to Smith. Into Boblett, takes it to the outside, bounces it off her foot. And Anderson gets the rebound, has it taken away. And Lemke takes it to the basket and lays it in over Smith. Anderson needs a handle on this ball. I think that's Smith's third. Lemke goes to the line and knocks it down. 25-20. The 12-point Anderson halftime leads down to 5. It's into Rubel. To Satterley, back to Rubel. In the middle to Boblett. Got a lot of people's hands going after the ball, and we've got a block and a basket. Rubel took the ball and took it to the basket. That's a big answer for Anderson. Rubel's on the line, and it's good. And timeout. I have no idea who called timeout.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
First half scoring for Anderson, Smith and Boblet each had 6. Chesser had 4. Riley had 2. And Harley had 3. Anderson, that 2-2-1 press. Now drop back to a 2-3. Walton Verona swings it around. It's back out top to Perry, to the middle to Lemke, back outside to Perry. Perry, who misses a shot. Good rebound by Rubel. She's got Harley down the floor, and Harley lays it in. Good pass from Rubel. Walton Verona brings it down, throws it cross court to Perry. She's got it out on top, over to Michael, out to Lemke. Over to Poor. Out high to Lemke, to Michael. Back to Lemke. It's in the middle. There's a nice backdoor cut, and they missed the layup. Rubel brings it down and lays it in. Anderson's in the press. It's over to Gutman. To Lemke, to the corner, back to Perry, to Lemke, and we got a cheapie there. Once again, Anderson has four fouls in the first 5 minutes. Walton Verona comes to put the ball in. It goes out deep to Lemke. And Perry rattles in the 3. Rubel brings it down the floor. It's over to Smith. To Riley. Riley takes it down the baseline, wide open, and misses the layup. Oh, Riley made a nice move and missed the layup. Rubel tried to bang it off one of the Walton Verona players, and Walton Verona steals it, and that's fouls on Boblet. We've got Michael at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first. And the second. Makes it 32-25 Anderson Bearcats. Rubel takes it over to Smith. Back over here to Rubel. Underneath to Riley, who lays it in and one. That foul's on Perry. Riley tries to complete a 3-point play here. Extend Anderson's lead back to 10. And it's long. Walton Verona gets the rebound. Perry brings it up to Gutman. It's to Lemke, back to Lemke. Nice pass to the middle. That was some nice passing there. That was Gutman that made the basket for Walton Verona. Some nice passing by Walton Verona. Got Satterley setting it up to Rubel. It's a lob to Boblet, and we got a foul that's on Lemke. Boblet misses the first. And misses the second. Rebound by Lamkamp. Anderson's pressing. It's over to Neely. To Perry. Back over to Neely. Into Lemkamp. Looking for a cutter. Gets one on the other side. It's missed. Walton Verona, fortunately, has missed a couple of wide open layups. They moved the ball really well against Anderson's zone. It's into Boblet. Back to Rubel. Minute 4 to go. Anderson's up by 7. Rubel takes it behind the back. She double teamed. It's into Riley. Out to Rubel. Rims a 3 out. Boblet chases it down. It's out to Satterley. Satterley takes it to the middle. Back to Smith. Oh, Smith makes a nice move and doesn't go for her. 38 seconds to go. It's out top to Neely, and it just goes through Perry's hands. 24 seconds to go, and Anderson has a 7-point lead. I'm not quite sure what that was. There's a pass to Riley, who lays it in. Anderson's pressing. It's Neely to Harden. Back to Neely. Over to Neely. Oh, Rubel's going for the interception. They threw it too high. There's a deflection. Neely has it. 1 second to go, and Anderson, that's going to be a foul. There's going to be shooting on the, with nobody on the line here. Anderson is ahead right now, 36-27, with Neely on the line shooting 2. First one's good. As is the second. Start of the fourth quarter, Anderson 36, Walton Verona 29.
Century 21 is not an app. It's not a website. It's a team of actual humans. The best in the world at finding homes, selling homes, and making you feel at home. If you're not satisfied, we don't sleep. With all 4 J.D. Power Awards for customer satisfaction, 3 years in a row. How many satisfaction awards do you have, Internet? We've got technology, but more importantly, we've got your back. Century 21.
Got a house to sell? Get your nickel's worth. Call Jackie Nickel at Century 21.
Okay, start of the fourth quarter. Anderson up by 7. Got Neely out top. Anderson's in a 2-3 zone. And it's over to the side, back to Neely. Harley tried to trap her over there. It's outside to Neely, just dribbling it around. It's over to Perry, to Lemke. Cross-court pass. There's a 3, and it's short. And once again, Anderson can't get a rebound. Walton Verona will put it in play. It's outside to Gutman. Into the middle to Lemke. There's about a 15-footer, and once again it kicks back out. Anderson doesn't get the rebound. Gutman makes a high pass over here to Neely. Back to Neely out top. Over to Gutman. Back to Neely. Walton Verona keeps looking for a cutter. And there's a miss. There was a miss there by Michael. And the ball went off her head out of bounds. Anderson never touched it. Anderson hadn't had the ball in the first minute of the fourth quarter. Now they've got it. Harley takes the ball, takes it down the side, shoots a jump shot that's good. It's to Neely. Rubel's out on her. Takes it to the side to Perry. Over to Gutman. And they went into Lindkamp, and she snuck in. She snuck in behind the Anderson zone. I don't think she's missed. Harley hustles, but boy, does she collect fouls. And that's a miss. That's Boblet. It's over to Smith. Anderson has an 8-point lead, 6.5 minutes to go. It's over to Rubel, makes a nice reverse move and lays it in. 10-point lead for the Anderson Bearcats. Anderson's in the 3-2 zone again. It's over to the side. Anderson to the middle to Lemke. There's a low pass out to Michael. Cross court pass, and we've got a foul on the outside. And that's the fourth foul on Chesser. And we're shooting 1-1. Got Riley in for Chesser. Got Perry shooting one in the bonus. It's long, and Rubel gets fouled. Got Poor in for Perry. Man-to-man pressure. Let's see if Anderson goes on the fly pattern. Nope, it's into Boblet, back to Rubel. Rubel tries to go back behind her back, gets it, and Anderson gets a timeout with 5:39 to go in the game. Anderson's up by 10.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we've got Rubel to play it in. Back to Satterley in backcourt. So looks like we got a trap here. Rubel to Smith. Smith takes the ball, goes to the basket, kicks it to the corner to Satterley, who just misses a three. And we've got a push on the floor. I thought Satterley had that one. Out Rubel to play it in. It's out to Boblet, who takes a shot just inside the line and makes it. Walton Verona brings it up. That's Michael. Over to Neely. Over to Michael in the corner. Back to Neely. Over to the side to Poor. It's to Neely. Back to Michael. Into Lemke. And Lemke draws a foul. That's on Boblet. That's 3 on Boblet. Lemkamp will be shooting 2. And she made her first 3 or 4, and she's missed her last 2. Got Chesser in for Boblet. And that one's long. Smith comes in, gets the rebound. It's over to Satterley on the side. Satterley gets it to Rubel. Back out to Riley. Back out top to Chesser. To Rubel. Makes a 3. 45-30. And with 4:08 to go, Anderson's up by 15.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Okay, 4:08 to go in the game. Anderson has a 15-point lead. It's into Neely, who one of their leading scorers, who hasn't taken much more than 1 shot tonight. I don't know if Anderson's length out tops bothered her or what, but she's a pretty good three-point shooter and hadn't taken many at all. This is Walton Verona team is a good three-point shooting team, and they have not made many at all. There's a skip pass to the side, and she's going to, nope, I was going to say they're going to make a liar out of me, but they didn't. And that's a steal by Satterley. Satterley pulls it up. Dribbles it around on top. Goes to Rubel. Looking for a cutter. Out to Riley. To Chesser. Back out to Rubel. Back to Chesser. Smith cuts through. Satterley has it on the side. Brings it out top to Smith. Smith takes it down the middle. Shoots a runner and makes it. And we've got a timeout by somebody. He said timeout Bearcats, but he didn't say which one. 17-point lead for Anderson.
Century 21 is not an app. It's not a website. It's a team of actual humans. The best in the world at finding homes, selling homes, and making you feel at home. If you're not satisfied, we don't sleep. With all 4 J.D. Power Awards for customer satisfaction 3 years in a row. How many satisfaction awards do you have, Internet? We've got technology, but more importantly, we've got your back. Century 21.
Got a house to sell? Get your nickel's worth. Call Jackie Nickel at Century 21.
Okay, Walton Verona brings the ball down. Neely has it. Out on top, it's to Perry. Back to Neely. To Harden. To Perry. To Neely. To Harden. Harden has it. Out top to Neely. To the corner to Perry. Back to Neely. Anderson's defense is, for the most part, has really been good. Their rebounding hadn't been real good, but the rest of the defense has. That's a nice move down the middle by Neely. It's over to Smith. Smith brings it down. She's got Rubel over here in the corner. Rubel shoots a 3. That's no good. She wades in, gets her own rebound, puts it back up. Walton Verona's running 1-on-3, and draws the foul from Smith. Anderson's got Chesser, Harley, and Smith all with 4 fouls. And looks like after Neely shoots these free throws, Walton Verona's putting in the fouling platoon. Makes the first. See, they've got Lemkamp, Michael. And people I don't have. There's the second one that's good. Anderson's going deep. They've got Harley down there, and she lays it in. Timeout, Walton Verona. That's the second time that Anderson's hit home the bomb.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, Walton Verona is going to bring it in. Anderson's up by 15, 2:04 to go in the game. Neely has it out on top. Cross-court pass to Hicks. To the side, there's Lemke, who makes a three. It's into Boblet, back to Rubel. Rubel takes it to the basket and is fouled out on the court. Rubel shoots 2. First is good. As is the second. You got Satterley in for Riley. Anderson has a 14-point lead with 1:40 to go. Neely dribbles it out top to Lemke. Back to Lemke. It goes through her hands, about on top to Neely. Neely sets it up. Lemke flashes to the middle. It's over here to Hicks. Neely tries to take it in, and Anderson fouled. It fouls on Satterley. Got Neely shooting. Makes the first. Anderson brings in Chesser for Harley. Neely shoots one more. And makes it. It's into Rubel, and they foul Rubel, which is the wrong person to foul. Minute 4 to go. Anderson up by 12. They should have this one. They're 11th straight. They play Western Hills at Western Hills Monday night. Rubel makes the first. Then have a big task ahead of them Wednesday night when they play Louisville Male at Male. And Rubel missed a free throw. That's a strange occurrence there. Perry brings it down. It's to Lemke. Kicks it out to Neely, who's long on a three. Rebound by Satterley. Brings it down the floor. Kicks it to Harley, and they fouled Harley. Anderson's going to have a big task Wednesday night against Louisville Male. Anderson played Ballard last Wednesday and beat them by 7, and saw in the paper today that Male beat Ballard by about 50. So Anderson's going to have their hands full. Harley makes the first. What? I got that. Harley makes them both to extend Anderson's lead to 15 with less than a minute to go. Neely has it out on top. There's a three by Poor that's long. Riley gets the rebound. People, there's 33 seconds to go. You're down by 15. Don't foul. This 25 that's coming in for Walton Verona, she's got to be tired. She's played in every game that they've had today, played in the freshman, JV, and varsity game. Mary Gam, she's had a full day. Rubel makes the first. And the second. Well, I can't call these names for Walton Verona because I don't have most of them on here. 20 seconds to go in the game. Anderson's ahead by 17. It's into the middle, and there's I think that's a foul on Satterley. Okay, it looks like 21. I do not have a 21. And she makes them both. Sarah Hicks did find out who she was. And Anderson's going to dribble this one out. They're going to beat Walton Verona 56-41. Bearcats have now won 11 in a row. And we'll be back here in just a minute.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Okay, final score, Anderson 56, Walton Verona 41. Anderson's won its 11th in a row against the district, big win against the district rival. Anderson plays Monday night at Western Hills, then is back here for senior night next Friday night. Once again, I want to thank Anderson County Sports TV, and we'll see you all next time.